Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So even in today's class we'll continue discussing previous year questions from the chapter money. Starting with the first question for today. Total value of above coins is, what are the coins here? We are having 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 25 paise coins, it will make 1 rupee. Then we have a 25 paise coin. Then we have two 50 paise coins, it will make 1 rupee. Then again 3 1 rupee coins. What is the value of 1 rupees here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 1 rupee coins. So the total will be 5 rupees. And then we have a 25 paise coin. So what is the answer, children? 5 rupees and 25 paise. Option C is the correct answer. Yes. Next question. Write the following in ascending order. What is ascending order? Ascending order means writing them from the smallest to the largest one. Now if you look at the question here, we are having 6 rupee 50 paise, 400 paise, 3 rupee 9 paise and 390 paise. It is better if you convert all into either rupees or you convert all into paise, children. Converting into rupees is easier, right? We have to just put a decimal point before two numbers. After two numbers from the right. Now if we look at them, what do we have? 6 rupee 50 paise, 4 rupees. Yes, 0 paise means it's just 4 rupees. Then we have 3 rupees 9 paise and 3 rupees 90 paise. So which is the smallest one? 3 rupees 9 paise. Yes children, 3 rupees 9 paise is the smallest one. So that will be our first one. Then we have 3 rupees 90 paise. Then we have 4 rupees. Then we have 6 rupee 50 paise. So option B becomes our correct answer. 3 rupees 9 paise, 3 rupees 90 paise, then 4 rupees and 6 rupees 50 paise is the correct one. Next question 16. Four friends go out for a picnic. Shiva spends more than Rakesh. What did Shiva do? Shiva spent more than Rakesh. So let us write Rakesh second and Shiva above because Shiva has spent more. So first we are having Shiva now, then we have Rakesh. Then what did Lata do? Lata spends more than Sonal but less than Rakesh. Lata spends less than Rakesh. So below Rakesh comes Lata. But what did Lata do? Lata spent more than Sonal. So Sonal comes below Lata. Yes, Lata spent more than Sonal and Shiva spent more than Rakesh. So which is who made the highest expenditure? Now from the list, what can you say, children? Who made the highest expenditure? That means who paid the most? Shiva is our first person who has paid the highest. Then if I ask you who made the least expenditure, that means who has paid the least amount, that would be Sonal. Yes. Next question 17. Satvik wants to buy an ice cream which costs 18 rupees. He checks his pocket and finds that he has these coins. Which of the following is true? Now what is the cost of the item that he wants? He need to have 18 rupees. Now how much money does he have? 5 plus 5 10, 10 plus 2 12, 12 plus 2 14, 14 plus 50 paise is 14 rupees 50 paise. So this is the amount our Satvik has. Now how much money is he falling short of? The total cost is 18 rupees but he has only 14 rupees 50 paise. For the ease of addition, for the ease of subtraction, what do we do here? We'll place two zeros in the paise. Yes children, so 18 rupees 0 paise minus 14 rupees 50 paise. 0, 0 minus 5 not possible, borrowing. 10 minus 5 5. Then place a point. 7 minus 4 3 and 1 minus 1 0. So 3 rupee 50 paise is our answer. What is this? This is the amount that he is falling short of. Satvik wants to buy an ice cream which costs 18 rupees, but he has only 14 rupees 50 paise with him. He needs 3 rupees 50 paise more. If you look at the options here, Satvik can buy the ice cream. Can Satvik buy the ice cream? No, Satvik cannot buy the ice cream. So A is wrong. Next option B. Satvik cannot buy the ice cream. Yes, because he will fall short by 3 rupees and 50 paise. Yes, this is our correct answer. He will fall short by 3 rupee 50 paise. So he cannot buy the ice cream. Next question. In India, the unit of currency is dash. What does the unit of currency means? How do we measure our currency, children? Do we measure in paise, dollar, rupee, or none of this? We measure our currency in rupees. Yes, when we buy and sell or whenever we have to give, what is the unit that we use? We deal with rupees. So in India, the unit of currency becomes rupee. Next question. How much money should be added to 1 rupee 30, how much money should be added to 130 rupee 90 paise to get 500 rupees? The target is 500 rupees, but we have only 130 rupees 90 paise. Now how much more should we add to this to get 500? See, addend 1 is missing, the other addend is given, but the sum should be 500. What will we do, children? If you remember from the addition lesson, to find out this missing addend, we will subtract these two. 500 rupees 0 paise minus 130 rupees 90 paise. 0, again here borrowing. 10 minus 9 1, 9 minus 0 9, 9 minus 3 6, 4 minus 1 3. So what is our answer here? 369 rupees 10 paise. Don't forget to put the point here. Option A becomes our correct answer. So when we add 369 rupees 10 paise to our 130 rupees 90 paise, the total would be 500 rupees. Next question. Priya gets 1120 rupee 50 paise from her father for books. If the cost of the books are equal, then the cost of one book on purchasing 12 such books is dash. What are they saying? The total amount Priya has got is 1120 rupee 50 paise. Now this amount is enough to buy 12 books. Priya has to buy 12 books, and for that she has received that amount, children. So how can she, we have to find out what is the cost of each book. The cost of each book is equal here, and this is the cost of 12 books. And what will be the cost of one book? How will we find out? Yes, we need to divide 1120.50 divided by 12. We have 12 nines are 108. When we subtract, 4 is our remainder, then 0 brought down. We have 12 threes are 36. When we subtract, 4 is remaining, 5 brought down. 12, then how much do we have, children? 12 threes are 36. When we subtract, 9 is remaining, 0 brought down, and then we have 12 sevens are 84. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. We can stop here. Even though our remainder here is not 0, we can stop here, children. We have completed dividing all the given numbers here, right? We have divided the whole number 1120 rupees 50 paise by 12. Now what about the quotient? Is it 9337 rupees? No. If we look at the divisor here, dividend here, we are having a point after 2 digits from the right. So even in our quotient we have to put a point after 2 digits from the right, children. Just like we do for addition and subtraction, we have to follow the same here. What should we do? Put a point after 2 zeros from the right. Sorry, after 2 digits from the right. So 93 rupees 37 paise. 93 rupees 37 paise becomes our answer. What is this? This is the cost of one book. It is a simple question. Just because these rupees and paise are involved, you might get confused. But don't get confused. Divide it normally and then just put a point in the quotient. That's it, children. So what is our answer here? Option A, 93 rupees 37 paise. Next question. A refrigerator of 12,500 is bought by a customer, but the shopkeeper gives a discount of 1,250 rupees. The cost of refrigerator after deducting the discounted price is dash. Now what are they saying? Actually the cost of refrigerator. What is refrigerator? It is our fridge. Yes, where we store our items. Then in the fridge costs rupees 12,500. This is the actual cost. But what did the shopkeeper do? He gave us a discount of 1,250. Discount means what, children? Discount means reducing the price. By how much did he reduce the price? He reduced by 1,250 rupees. So now the cost of refrigerator will be what? Whenever a discount is given, we have to subtract it from the original cost. See, even in the question it is mentioned clearly, the cost of refrigerator after deducting the discounted price is, deducting means subtracting or removing. So we need, it is given clearly in the question. So let us subtract now. 12,500 minus 1,250. 0, borrowing 5, 2, 1, 0. Sorry, 1. Here 1, right? Sorry. 2 minus 1, 1 and then 1. 11,250 is our answer. The cost of refrigerator after deducting the discounted price is 11,250 rupees. Clear, children? Moving on. Question number 22. The cost of a ticket for a cricket match is 50 rupees and a group of 50 people bought tickets for watching the cricket match. The total amount paid by the group is dash. Now what are they saying here? The cost of one ticket is 50 rupees and a group of 50 people, suppose 50 friends together, went to watch the match. Now how much money should they pay to buy the tickets? 50 rupees is for one person. Then how much should they pay for 50 persons? How will we find out? We need to multiply. Yes, 50 into 50. 0, 0. Then in the new line, so we are writing the 0. 5 zeros are 0. 5 5s are 25. What is the answer? 2,500 rupees is our answer. Option D. Simple, right? We just need to multiply. Next question. There are 6 equal parts of a machine and the cost of the machine is 57,000. What will be the cost of each part of the machine? Now again here what should we do? See, this is the cost of 6 parts. Yes, 6 equal parts. 6 equal parts of a machine is 57,000. We need to find out the cost of each part. That means one part. 57,000 divided by 6. Now how will we divide here, children? 6 nines are 54. When we subtract, 3 is remaining, 0 brought down. 6 5s are 30. When we subtract, 0 is remaining. Then we have 0 brought down, zeros are 0. When we subtract, 0 is remaining, again 0 brought down. 6 zeros are 0. And the final remainder will also be equal to 0. So what is our answer when we divide 57,000 rupees by 6? It is 9,500 rupees. The cost of each equal part is 9,500 rupees. Next question 24. Mono went to purchase books and gave following money to the cashier: 4 coins of 2 rupees, 2 notes of 20 rupees, 3 notes of 100 rupees. If the price of the books were 326, then how much change will she get back? First, let us understand the amount that she has given. Let us count the total amount. What is it? 4 coins of 2 rupees. That is nothing but 4 into 2, 8. Then plus 2 notes of 20 rupees. 2 into 20, 40. Then plus 3 notes of 100. That means 300 rupees. Yes, children. When we add, the answer will be 348 rupees. This is the amount given by Mono to the shopkeeper. But actual price, what is the actual price of the books? It is 326 rupees. Now, it is more, the amount she has given to the shopkeeper is more than the actual cost. Yes, so that is why she will get some change back from the shopkeeper. And how much will it be? 348 minus 326. 8 minus 6, 2. 4 minus 2, 2. 3 minus 3, 0. So Mono will get 22 rupees back from the shopkeeper. Option B is the correct answer. Yes. Next, Simran bought 6 chocolates. All the chocolates were of the same price. The total cost was 88 rupees 50 paise. Now how much money did each chocolate cost? Again, we have a division problem here. This is 88 rupees 50 paise is the cost of 6 chocolates. Now we need to find out the cost of one chocolate or each chocolate. 88.50 divided by our 6. 6 ones are 6. When we subtract, 2 is remaining, 8 brought down. 6 fours are 24. When we subtract, 4 is remaining, 5 brought down. 6 sevens are 42. When we subtract, 3 is remaining, 0 brought down. 6 fives are 30. When we subtract, 0 will be our remainder. So what is our quotient here? 1475. But is it the correct way? No. See, in the dividend we are having a point after 2 digits from the right. So even in the quotient we have to place a point after 2 digits from the right. We have 1475 as the quotient, but as we are having a decimal point here, we'll place a point in the quotient as well. How will we read it in terms of rupees? 14 rupees and 75 paise. Option D, 14 rupees and 75 paisa becomes our correct answer. Yes, it is just normal division, children. After dividing, we just have to keep the point in the quotient. Next question. Arrange the following amounts in ascending order. Yes, how will we arrange in ascending order? Ascending order means the smallest to the largest. Now, how to compare the amounts? First, if you look at the rupees, yes, if you look at the rupees, we have 0, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Now, which is the least one here? 0. So, this becomes our first number. Then next we have 1. But in 1 we have 1 rupee 50 paise and 1 rupee 75 paise. The first digit is same. So what will we do? We'll go for the next digit. Yes, the comparison is same as we do for normal numbers. Now we have 7 and 5. 5 is the smaller one. So 5 becomes the next number. Then we have obviously our 1.75. Now we are having 3 numbers with 2 as the first digit. So moving on to the second digit, we have 7, 2 and 5. Which is the least one? 2. So next comes 2. Then we have 5. Then we have 7. So this will be our ascending order. 75 paise, 1 rupee 50 paise, 1 rupee 75 paise, 2 rupee 25 paise, 2 rupee 50 paise and 2 rupees 75 paise. Now from the given options, which is the correct one, children? Option C is the correct one. Yes? Next, arrange the following amounts of money in descending order. Now we have descending order. It is nothing but the largest number to the smallest. Again, let us compare the rupees. We have 10, 10, 11 and 12. From this, which is the largest one? 12 rupees is the largest. Yes, so it will be our first one. Then we have our 11. But in 11 we have 2. We have 11 rupee 25 paise and 11 rupee 5 paise. Which is the bigger one? The first two digits are same. When we compare the third one, this 2 is the bigger one. So 11 rupee 25 paise comes next and then 11 rupees 5 paise. Now moving on to the 10 rupees parts, we are having 7, 6 and 5. Which is the largest? 7 is the largest. So next comes 7s, then we have 6 and then we have 5. So this will be the order of money in descending order. 12 rupee 50 paise, 11 rupee 25 paise, 11 rupee 5 paise, 10 rupees 75 paise, 10 rupees 65 paise and 10 rupee 55 paise. Option A becomes our correct answer. Understood, children? Next question. Identify the total value of the following combination of money. It's very simple. Yes, total value means we have to add 10 plus 10, 20. 5 plus 1, 6. 2 plus 50, 52. And then we have 100. If we add all these together, 8, 7 and 1. 178 rupees is our correct answer. Option C. A simple addition question. Next question. Fill in the blank in the following question to get the resultant money. Here we have 20 rupees plus 40 rupees plus dash is equal to 160 rupees. 20 plus 40 is how much, children? 60 rupees. So it is nothing but 60 rupees plus dash is equal to 160 rupees. Now there are two ways to solve this problem. First, one addend is missing, right? To find out, we subtract the addend from the sum. 160 minus 60 will give us 100 rupees as the answer, or you can take each of the given options. See, here we have already 60 rupees. 60 plus 50 becomes 110. It's not equal to 160. So A is wrong. Then we have 100. 60 plus 100 is equal to 160. Yes, it is our correct answer. So in this way, either you can subtract the addend from the sum, or you can take each option and verify which is the correct one. Next, again similar question here. 15 rupees plus 25 rupees is equal to 40 rupees. Now 40 rupees plus dash is equal to 100. We need to subtract 100 minus 40. 0. Borrowing. 0 becomes 10. 1 becomes 0. 10 minus 4, 6 and then 0. What is our answer here? 60 rupees. Option A, 60 rupees. 15 rupees plus 25 rupees plus 60 rupees is equal to our 100 rupees. Next question. 4 pencils can be bought for 30 rupees and 2 pencils can be bought for 5 rupees. This is the statement true, false, or the information is insufficient, or none of these, children? See, what are they saying here? 4 chocolates can be bought for 30 rupees. Yes, okay. Now next they are saying that 2 pencils can be bought for 5 rupees. Here we do not know the actual cost of one chocolate or else one pencils. If we know the actual cost of one chocolate and one pencil, we can say that either the given statement is true or the given statement is false. But as we do not have any information regarding the cost of a single chocolate or a single pencil, the statement is having insufficient information. That means it does not have the information that is required to judge whether it is true or false. Insufficient means it is less than what we need. Option C, insufficient information, becomes the correct answer. Okay. Next question, match the following. Here in the list 1 we are given few amounts, addition and subtraction of amounts, and in the list 2 we are having the value. Yes, by adding or subtracting what we get. Now we need to match the items in list 1 with the items in list 2. If you look at the first one, 5 rupee 50 paise plus 25 paise. When we add them together, 57.5. So the answer will be 5 rupees 75 paise. Let us write here what is the answer. 5 rupees 75 paise. Then we have 5 rupees 75 paise minus 50 paise. 575 minus 50. When we subtract, we have 5 rupees 25 paise. So the next is 5 rupee 25 paise. Shall we match? Okay, this is 1 and option A will be, for A it would be 2. Now next, 5 rupee 25 paise plus 75 paise. 525 plus 75, it would be 10 and 6 rupees is our answer. So 3. Next, 5 rupees 75 paise plus 10 paise. 5 rupees 75 paise plus 10 paise. The answer would be 5 rupees 85 paise. So 5 rupees 85 paise. Then we have 5 rupee 90 paise minus 10 paise. The only one that is remaining here is 5 rupee 80 paise. So that becomes our correct answer. What is the code for this, children? Let us write here. For A it is 2. Then we have 1, 3, 5 and 4. 2, 1, 3, 5, 4. 2, 1, 3, 5, 4. Option D becomes our correct answer. Understood this question? Next question 34. Calculate the total value of the combination of the money. Again a very simple question. We just need to add all the amounts and find the answer. 10 plus 10, 20. 5 plus 1, 6. 50 plus 2, 52, and then we have 100. When we add all these together, we have 8, 7 and 1. 178 becomes our correct answer. I think this is the same question has been repeated twice. Yes. So whenever such question is given, what should we do? We should just add all the given amounts together. And the last question for today, children. Raju earned 5 rupees every day during September. How much money did he earn in the whole month? See, what did Raju do? Raju earned 5 rupees every day. For one day, he earned 5 rupees. And for the whole month of September, in September, how many days do we have? We have 30 days. So for 30 days, how much money did he earn? How to find out? We need to multiply these two. 30 into 5. 5 zeros are 0 and 5 threes are 15. 150 rupees is our answer. Option C. Understood, right, children? On one day, for each day, that is for a single day, he would earn 5 rupees. As September has 30 days, the amount earned by him in September would be 30 into 5, 150 rupees. And with this, we've come to the end of today's class. I hope today's class was clear, right? What did we learn? We learnt about the previous year questions from the chapter Money. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon